Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not. Today's video is going to be a Tier 9 British triple. That's right, 3 ace tanker replays in one video. Starting off with Swizzle the Nomad from KZO Clan in the Conway. Now this is the Conway, the one that leads to the FV4005, the shit barn. It used to be called the shit barn because it was regarded as not much of a tank, but I think it got a little bit of love from Wargaming, and now the shit barn is a pretty viable tank. Maybe it's called the shit barn because when you get hit by one, you go, oh shit. Anyway, this is the Conway at tier 9, the one that leads to that one. He's got armor piercing rounds loaded, 139.7mm gun, 600 alpha damage, 260 penetration. That's with standard rounds. Yeah, 600 damage, 260 penetration. 770 damage with 200 penetration with the Hesh rounds, which is premium ammunition for this tank. This is something about Hesh rounds. You get a little bit less penetration, but a bit more higher damage, and it does act similar to, or it does act as HE. So even if you don't penetrate, you still will get some splash damage on the enemy tanks. Now at the moment, Swizz the Nomad is putting a few blind shots into where he thinks the enemy tank destroyers might be sitting. There's two tank destroyers on the enemy team. The Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV, which if he hits that one, it'll certainly go through. And of course the WZ-121FT, which it probably should go through. It's not the most heavily armoured tank in the world. And this game is 5 Tier 9 tanks on each team. The Conqueror, the T10, the Object 430 Mark II, and there you go. That's the kind of shot that you love to see. When it works, he would not have been expecting that one to work, but when it works quite well. Gets 691 into the side of the preferential matchmaking Tier 8 Premium Chinese medium tank. Now of course those blind shots that he was putting in earlier do not show up in the bottom left hand side of the screen. That one goes through, the WZ-111, takes him down to 989 damage, brings his damage up to 1252 in game. Well, that's what I meant there. This will not show the blind shots. If you've been playing this game for a while, no idea why that one didn't go through, but that's RNG for you, I guess. The score's 2-1. Swizzle the Nomad from KZO on 1252 damage. Now I mentioned this damage count up before. He's going to put another blind shot in, I think, where he thinks the enemy tank destroyers might be, like a WZ-121FT. That's where he was last spotted. Of course, that doesn't come up on here. We'll find out at the end of the game if any of these blind shots went through. The Object 430 is just probably decided that he's had enough. He's lost about 600 or 830 odd hit points, and he's out of here. He's going to try a different flank. He was looking for vision down here on the east. 3-3's the score. The defender goes down. The Samoa on Swizzle's team goes down, so now they're down by a tank, and Swizzle is looking to relocate over to where all the other friendly tanks are. The Alpine Tiger. I'm not sure if that Alpine Tiger is AFK or if he's just yeah, look, I have to say I'm guessing that Alpine Tiger is AFK. The AMX 5100 goes down to the defender Bono King. I think that's his second kill. It is. He got rid of the other defender as well. But now that Alpine Tiger, what? That Alpine Tiger just got killed. Let's pause it right there. That Alpine Tiger just got killed by an enemy tank, by the Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV. And his ally, Vinny, the Object 430, just killed the artillery. I'm not too sure why. Let's restart the replay. And they say that in the chat. What? What the hell? What did you do that for? Well, I'm not really sure. Not really sure why. Look, he may have had a good excuse. Now, the Alpine Tiger, this is how you make use of AFK tanks. An Alpine Tiger is clearly AFK. But, even though he's AFK, he's still spotting. So, Swizz the Nomad's taking advantage of that. Putting a shot into the WZ-111. They're down by 2 tanks. The Object 430U just got taken out, as did the 53 TP and the Defender. So now they're back in it, 7-7. And Swizzle hoping that the AFK Alpine Tiger might spot something for it. The Tiger P expressing his disappointment in the 430. I'm not exactly sure what happened with that 430. Now you can see that that pipe really blocking Swizzle the Nomad's shot there. Aiming towards where they might be. There's the Object 430 there. Of course, that Alpine Tiger got taken out, and so he's no longer spotting. Pity he was AFK. Anyway, the 2 Alpine Tigers in a platoon, both dead. Never mind. 8-9's the score now. on Pilsen. This is the new Pilsen, new reworked Pilsen. There's a lot more in the east and a lot of changes in the west as well. It certainly looks better with these changes. I've just quickened this up one. A few tanks are going down, the Defender and the E75 both being killed. That Object 430 still running around, and he derps the WZ111, but there's still somebody on the base. I don't think Swizz got spotted there. He got rid of the WZ111. Somebody certainly is capping. Swizzle trying to get into a position where he can spot that cap. It's 3 versus 4. 3 tanks. There's the Object 430, top tier Russian medium tank, the team killer. There's Swizz the Nomad in the Conway, and of course there's a Scorpion G. Now it looks like the Object 430 and the Scorpion G are both trying to duke it out with these 2 tank destroyers up here in the north. Swizzle, there goes the Scorpion G. Swizzle, rolling forward, looking to spot cap. He does get spotted himself. He sees the 112, fires without aiming. Unfortunately, that one didn't land. Got to keep moving. And of course, the artillery just killed the 430. That was the team killer guy. 14 to 11. So it's 1 versus 4 now. It was 3 versus 4. Now it's 1 versus 4. Not entirely sure what happened up here in there. The Tiger was asking, why did you shoot me? Why did you shoot me? To the Object 430. Anyway, there comes the 112. The 112 on 1,031 hit points. He's got 30 seconds left on the cap. He shoots and bounces Swizzle. Swizzle puts one into him, resets the cap. So there's that pressure off. Rolling around. He doesn't want to lose too much health there if he's going to carry this one. 11 to 14 is the score. Aims, shoots, and kills the 112. That's his second kill. So he killed 111, the WZ111. That's a preferential matchmaking tier 8 Chinese heavy tank. Also got the kill on the 112, bringing in damage up to 3,372 hit points. Now he's going to try and put a little bit of distance between where he was last spotted and where the enemy team might be. It's 1 versus 3 now. It was 1 versus 4. 2 tank destroyers and an artillery. Now I'm guessing he's chosen this spot because the bushes are going to provide some camouflage for him. And of course that house right there may provide a little bit of cover from the enemy artillery, depending on where the enemy artillery is. I'm guessing he's up here though, so he might be able to get him. He finds a WZ. Aims, take your time, shoots and kills. That looked like an ASRock shot. It was only 106 hit points, but that was a kill and a gun out of the game. And more importantly, his 6th sense did not go off. That is absolutely fantastic. Good bit of shooting there. The WZ120 1FT clearly probably doesn't have the best vision in the game. The Waffenträger Panzer IV gets spotted by Swizzle. Swizzle rolling back. He wants to be able to see the Waffenträger Panzer IV. Where is he? There he is. Of course, artillery. There you go. He knows where artillery is now, so he's probably going to move in to put the house between himself and the artillery. Artillery got him for 422 hit points. He's on 709 health, 3,478 damage done, 390 damage blocked, which was that block shot from the 112 just before he killed it. Looking for vision on the Waffenträger Panzer IV. He should have no problems penetrating the tier 9 German artillery piece, rolling backwards and forwards. Last time we saw that Waffenträger, it looked like his gun was pointing south, which could indicate that he was disconnected. I'm not too sure. He certainly had a good game though. The Waffenträger Panzer IV on the enemy team on 4 kills, artillery on 3. So they both know what they're doing. I reckon artillery will be just about loaded though, and I think it's going to take more than one shot to kill the Waffenträger Panzer IV, who I think is quite likely on close to full health. There you go. There he is. He is moving. His 6th sense clearly has just gone off and is rolling back. But it doesn't look like the Waffenträger Panzer IV knows where he's getting lit from. You'd suspect it's where Swizzle is, because surely that's the direction he was last seen on the minimap. Rolls back so that the bushes become opaque. Shoots and lands it for 767 hit points. That sounds like a Boeing. There you go, the Waffle clearly can't see him. Shoots blindly in the general direction of where Swizzle shot from. Swizzle aims. He has got the premium ammunition loaded now because he wants that. Well, certainly for that first shot, he wanted that extra alpha damage. That's why he got 767 damage out of that Hesh round. If it was an AP round, would have been a little bit less, but he certainly got him down to, he's down to a 1 shot now. He's asking in the chat, just in case anybody's still watching, he's asking in the chat, what's the hit points left on that Waffenträger Panzer IV? I think it was about 200, so a standard round would certainly get rid of him. He's got the Hesh loaded though, so if he hits his tracks, he risks doing very little damage or even 0 damage if he does land a shot on the Waffenträger Aufpanzer 4's tracks. He rolls forward towards the cap, taking the risk. The Waffenträger shouldn't be able to kill him with one shot, even if he does have the there you go. Even if he did have the 750 alpha damage 150mm gun, GW Tiger just fired there, so he's got to chase him. Let's make him drive faster. Push the fast forward button, Stewie, and they'll get there. The Alpine Tiger is hanging around. The GW Tiger P's hanging around as well, saying well played, except for the tosser in the Object 430. And the Lorraine 40 ton saying, wow, that tank has great camo. Oh, look at this one. There you go. Thank you very much. 5 kills, 15 to 14. He carried that one in the end all by himself. 1 versus 4. Sorry, we had to quicken it up, but we are running out of time. Let's have a look at the battle result. It was an epic performance there from Swizzle, from KZO. In the Conway, the FV4005 Conway, yes, it was an ace tanker. Mastery badge. Also a bruiser medal for doing internal damage. Demolition expert when he blew the head off that tank on 100 odd health towards the start of that, the part where he really started to carry that game. The duelist medal, fired up, fire for effect, grabbed himself a few bonds as well for that performance. A defender medal for reducing the cap points. It was it the 112 that was sitting on the cap? I think it might have been. High caliber for doing more damage than anybody else. 5,715 hit points of damage. 5 kills, 1263 base experience. He fired 16 shots, 12 hit and 11 penned. So maybe those blind shots didn't go through, but they certainly would have startled those tank destroyers that were on that hill, and maybe that's what made them relocate to the other side of the map. 5,715 damage, 3,000 snipes, a little bit of damage blocked by armour, and he even made credits, nearly 45,000 credits. That's with a premium account. There was a mission payout of 40,000 credits, and look, mainly fired standard rounds, and even running tea and pudding as a premium and consumable was still a profitable game in the Conway. A fantastic ace from Swizzle the Nomad from KZO. As we move on to our second game, this is Overlord 007 from 1AR clanmate of mine, hell of a nice guy, and he's the Centurion 7-1. Someone's made a comment in the chat, dinner's finished. He goes, about bloody time. Not sure what that one's about. Anyway, this is a tier 9 game, top tier. 357 matchmaking by the looks of it. Top tier Overlord in the Centurion 5-1. The Centurion 5-1 is the one that leads to the Centurion Action X at tier 10. He's got APCR loaded. That's standard ammunition for this tank. 105mm gun, 390 alpha damage, 268 penetration. Don't even worry, just bang, straight to the side of the T-43. You would have felt that one. Hesh rounds as premium, give 480 alpha damage, 210 penetration. So it's an extra 90 damage. Of course, less penetration though. And of course, there's the secondary kind of Hesh rounds, 480 alpha with 105 penetration. So three different kinds of ammunition in the Centurion 7-1. The Hesh round, premium Hesh rounds and standard Hesh rounds, as well as APCR. Anyway, what's he going to do? Down by 2 tanks already. 2 tanks have been taken out pretty early. The Louis at tier 8 and of course the IS at tier 7. 3 tier 9 tanks on each team, both still surviving. The E75, the Centurion 7-1 and the FV3805 artillery on the enemy team. And Overlord in the Centurion 7-1. The Object 705 heavy tank and of course the American artillery on Overlord's team. They're the 3 top tier tanks on each team. 0-2 is the score. Is in the middle of, what's it called? Siegfried line, deep fried line, as my old mate Jezza would call it. Puts one into the side of the Tiger 2. He certainly would have felt that. Looking at the minimap, it looks like, even though they're down by 2 tanks, it looks like Overlord's team aren't looking too bad in the city. There are a lot of enemy tanks there. Clearly they're talking about somebody else in the game who may have cost them a previous game. That's what they're talking about. And the old mate Shell Sponge is on the ELC even 90 on the enemy team as well. 2-2's the scores. The Tiger and the Tiger 2 both get taken out in quick succession by artillery and by the M4A1 Revelarici. That's a tier 8 premium French medium tank, the one that plays a bit like a TD. 2-2's the score. Overlord from 1AR clan on 2,058 hit points of damage already, as well as 575 assisted damage. Just been farming that Tiger 2 before it got taken out earlier on. See what it can do now. Lots of enemy tanks down here. Lots of enemy tanks in the field as well. I would hesitate to suggest that possibly Overlord's team have a pretty good advantage in the city. Looking at all, what's that? 3 tanks out in the field plus a couple in the south. They may be able to take advantage of an overmatch in the city. Let's see what happens. 2-3's the score. Overlord on 2,058 damage, 575 assisted damage. Just showing his patience, running around here looking for a flanking opportunity. Is that an opportunity on the Tiger that's still alive? Oh, I thought that one might have popped through that window. There's a Tiger 1 there. Is he going to have a shot on that Tiger 1? I don't think he is, actually. I think there's a building in the way. There you go. Bounces the E75, top tier German heavy tank. 4-3's the score as the T43 gets taken out by the IS3 on the other side of the city, I would suggest. Just gets stunned by artillery, doesn't lose any hit points, just waits patiently for those for the tank to be no longer stunned. Finds a Centurion action at the Carnarvon action, I should say, the premium tier 8 British heavy tank. It's not a bad premium, if you ask me. Shoots him, and then the M4A1 Revelrisi takes him out. Shoots towards the E75, doesn't quite penetrate. 2,421 damage done. Showing his great patience here, still on full health. Of course, when you're a top tier medium tank. In the second half of the game, when you are on full health, you can certainly get your carry pants on. You can see me old mate. I can see me old mate Shell Sponge, also from 1AR clan. It might have been a 1AR count-in happening when this game was on. I'm not sure, or maybe it was just coincidence. Is with the help of his friends, is taking control of the field, and it looks like he might be going after those artilleries in his ELC even 90. We're interested to see how he goes in that tank. Overlord can certainly see that on the minimap. That's why he's turning around and going back to try to help artillery. Gets the kill on the old mate Shell Sponge, but Shell Sponge did get rid of one artillery, and maybe another artillery might be killed. Who knows? 7-7's the score. Overlord on 1 kill, 2,765 damage. Bad luck, Shell Sponge, me old mate. I thought you were going to have an absolute ripper there. Overlord now looking like he's getting ready to get into position to have a look over the field and look for that Panther. He should comfortably be able to outspot the Panther, the tier 7 German medium tank, with the Centurion 7-1, and maybe get rid of him, and that will make the scoreboard look a hell of a lot better. 7-9 the score now as the Tiger and the SU-100 M1 both get taken out by the enemy team. 7-1. Now he's got the vision on the Panther. The Panther can't see Overlord in his Centurion, but artillery did put one into the Panther. He got 200 odd assisted damage, but can't just wait for those artilleries to keep shooting. Or maybe you can. They're down by 2 though. The city is in danger of falling with Overlord out here looking towards a Panther. 7-9 the score. 2,765 hit points of damage done. 775 assisted damage. He's deciding to go for it. He's going to roll this Panther. He's probably been spotted. There goes the 6th sense. But of course he should be able to have the tier 7 tank covered. Shoots him and tracks him. Looks like the Panther just fired back but missed. Overlord looking. Oh, the Panther just got behind it. Hopefully, there you go. That's what he wanted. He wanted the Panther to go back behind there. Then something with a big gun could put some shots into him. What's the alpha damage on this? 390. That Panther is now one shot for Overlord, and he's doing the right thing now. He's going to go for it. Don't know how much of what else is left. He's got rid of the Panther. That's a tank that he would have been getting lit by. Centurion 7-1 on the enemy team on 1,183 hit points. Looks like the J Panther is going around to try to flank the Object 705. That Object 705 is not the fastest tank in the game, not by any stretch of the imagination. The enemy artillery hits the Object as Overlord looks towards the J Panther. Takes him down to 400 odd hit points. His tracks eat the shot from the return shot from the J Panther, and he's just going to wait till they fix themselves, because by then the gun will be ready and he can pick up kill number 3. That evens the scoreboard up 9 apiece. 3,902 hit points of damage done. 1,284 assisted damage. Overlord from 1AR clan in the Centurion 7-1 on 3 kills, and he's getting ready to set himself up for a mega carry here, folks. I can tell you right now, he's getting ready. He's no dummy. He knows what he's doing. Just driving away from where that enemy Centurion 7-1 was last seen. Wants to make sure that he's no longer lit. Looks like he is no longer lit. It looks like he's going back into the fight. The rest of this fight is going to be in the city. The E75 is in the city. So is the Centurion 7-1. There's the T71. D8. Auto aims on the American light tank. Puts one into him. Takes him down to 355. He wants that gun to reload. Still auto aim. There you go for the kill. No problems whatsoever. That's 4 kills to Overlord. 4,742 hit points of damage done. They're still down by 1, but the E75 has been taken out of the equation. That just leaves 2 tier 9 tanks on each team, as well as the enemy's advantage of having 2 more artillery. So only 1 normal tank left on the enemy team, and that's a Centurion 7-1. That shouldn't be too hard for Overlord to take care of, but he's going to have the backup of 3 arties looking at whatever he spots. The IS-3 over there on 624 hit points, a 705 on 1408 hit points. If they make a concerted effort to go together, they should be able to probably, I would suggest, they should be able to mop up the Centurion 7-1 and then maybe go after artillery. It looks like Overlord's going to take a different tactic and go for artillery first. He's heading straight out there to where he reckons the artillery might be. Now, he was spotted, he was shot by artillery not too long ago. There's the FV. There goes the FV 3805. The M12 gets killed by the Object 705, and that's just going to leave the GW Tiger P and the Centurion 7-1 as Overlord's team are ahead for the first time in a long, long time. 13-12, up by 1. Finds the GW Tiger P, shoots him once, and that's enough for the top gun, the 6th kill, and now it's 3 versus 1. The rest should just be a matter of formality. 7 kills, asking for 7 kills. Is he on a mission? He's not on any kind of mission. But, wow, here we go. 14-13 is the score. The Centurion kills the 705 and the IS-3, and now it's just 1 versus 1. He's asking the chat, what's his health? At the P43 says 846, and he goes, what happened? 2 versus 1? What? And that's exactly what I'm asking. What happened? Not really sure what happened. Now, clearly, the enemy Centurion is just heading north, possibly because the last place he thinks he saw Overlord was in the north when he was taking on the T-71, but I'm pretty sure he got spotted when he was cleaning up the artilleries in the south. Now, 1,400 hit points versus, what was it, 800 odd hit points. He should have him covered, no problems whatsoever. Doesn't even switch to premium ammunition, down to 478, and he's, the Centurion 7-1's got a stock gun. He was only copping 200 damage a shot, and Overlord will just be laughing at this, saying, no worries, I've got this covered, no problems whatsoever. Does lose his ammo rack, picks up the 7th kill, 15-14. Not a bad carry, not a bad carry at all on the deep fried line. I'm not really sure what happened on that the 2 versus 1 situation in the city. Clearly, even that Centurion looked like he had the stock gun, so well, he still managed to take out those 2 heavy tanks, the IS-3 as well as the 705. Ace Tanker Marshal Badge from the old mate, Overlord 007 from 1AR Clan. The Spotter Medal for all that assisted damage. Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for effect. He picked up a few bonds. Pescucci's Medal for killing those 2 artillery pieces. High Caliber, and of course, the Top Gun for all of those kills. 7 kills in the end. Not a bad result at all. 6,221 hit points of damage. 7 kills, 1,501 base experience. That's the base score, folks. That's without the daily double or the premium account multiplier. That's the base score. Not sure. The IS-3 didn't do... Well, he did do too bad. That the 705 had a pretty good game with 2,500, but Overlord absolutely carried it. 22 shots fired, 21 hit, 17 pen, 2,661 damage, 1,281 assisted damage. Ace Tanker, 33,103 credits. That's after tax with a premium account. I don't think he fired any or much premium ammunition, but he certainly carried the hell out of that one. Well played indeed to Overlord from 1AR Clan. As we move on to our 3rd and final replay, this is going to be a lot faster than any of the other games. This is the Twit from Rain Clan. Now the Twit's been a big fan from on YouTube and Twitch. You can often be seen in the Twitch chat. A hell of a nice guy as well. Is in the Conqueror Tier 9 British Heavy Tank. The one that leads to the Super Conqueror. It looks a lot like the Super Conqueror. It's good hull down. It's a good looking tank. 120mm gun, 400 alpha damage, 259 penetration with standard, 326 with APCR, which is premium for this tank. Is going down in Coralia, going down to where all the action happens to get into a bit of a hull down position and try and block some shots for his mission, as well as try and carry this team. He is top tier in this game. 5 tier 9 tanks on each team: the E75, the T25E1, the WZ120, the T30, and the American artillery. On the enemy team, on the Twit's team, of course, it's himself in the Conqueror. There's a 705, a 71, a PTA, and a T54. Unfortunately, the T54 got taken out pretty early. Now, he has blocked one shot. He's on a mission to block 5 shots, don't forget. Let's see what he does here. There's lots of enemy tanks down there. He'll be looking at doing some pretty groovy stuff. Blocks another shot, this time from the American auto-loading medium tank, the T54E1. Gets one into the Carnarvon before the Carnarvon gets taken out by the 705. Wait for his gun to reload. Not as accurate as I remember this gun to be, but there is a bit of range there. Gets his tracks, eat the shot from the Tiger 2, so he's still on 1,727 hit points of damage. There's an OHO there. I think the OHO firing HE, which is not unusual. Bounces a shot from the T30, another one from the T54E1. He'll be happy about that for his mission. 2-1's a score. That's 4 blocked shots. He blocks one more. There it is. Is blocked. Is blocked at no problems whatsoever. And if he survives, that will count as two completions for that mission. There goes the T69, the one that leads to the T54E1. He got taken out pretty comfortably by the 705. 705 having a good game. He's already got 2 kills. The Rain up to 1,309 damage done. 3,330 damage blocked. 4,175 assisted damage. That's already a pretty groovy result as he rolls forward. This tank is not normally that fast, folks. It's pretty slow, but look, so is the Super Conqueror. It might be slow, but it's got decent hull down armor, as you can see. He's blocking these shots all day long, and it does have a pretty groovy gun as well. 2,139 damage so far, 3,720 damage blocked, over 4,000 assisted damage. Pops one into the T54E1, brings his damage up to 2.5. Waits for that gun to reload, and they're winning. What's this guy doing? He's turning around, showing him the side of the turret. That wasn't the smart thing to do. If that T54E1 driver had have kept his gun aiming in the right direction, he might have had a chance of blocking that shot. 4-1 is the score. There's the side of the T30. There goes the T30. That's a Twit's first kill in this game, bringing the score up to 5-1. 33-77, 37-20, 41-75. He's having an epic all-round game, looking for another kill. There it is. He gets his second kill, and now he's going to start rolling forward to brawl with these Tier 8 heavy tanks, the Tiger 2 and the T34. They're the last. I think they're the last tank standing on this corner. They're just getting absolutely obliterated. The Charioteer gets the kill on that one. Looking for a shot on the Tiger 2, or maybe the Striv. That Striv could be a better choice. Takes him down to 227 hit points. Charioteer kills the Tiger 2, and the Twit says, no worries, I've got one damaging shot from the Striv, but I'll be sending him back to the garage shortly after that. There's artillery, and you all know what happens when artillery gets spotted. Everyone starts rubbing their hands together and saying, you're beauty, we'll get rid of that bad boy. 10-1 the score now on Corellia, looking for the T53, the M53, M55, what's left, E75 over there. Last spotted in the northwest, the 50 TPs with him, as is the Centurion 5-1. That's the Aussie premium, Aussie/British premium tank. Looking for not much to aim at, but that's okay. You don't need much to aim at. Gets one into the Tiger P. You saw that arty shell land and get rid of that enemy artillery piece. The Oods and the 7-1 both got taken out in the central west part of the map, but there goes the 50 TP. Is that the premium Polish heavy tank? The one that I loved so much when Wargaming let me play that one for a little while. That was pretty cool. 12-3 is the score. The Twit from Rain Clan on 3 kills, 4,419 hit points of damage done, 3,720 damage blocked, 4,316 assisted damage. Gets a little bit. Was that more assisted damage? No, it wasn't. I reckon the Leopard would have got that assisted damage. 3 tanks remaining. He was hoping for the kill shot on that artillery piece. That's okay. I'll take the Centurion 7-1. Centurion 5-1 instead, he says. 14-3. Where's the E25? Just can't get to it. So he climbs. This looks like a pretty good shot. He gets the last kill of the game. dynamic platoon with the Leopard PTA, and we'll show you why as we have a look at the result. 15-3, bit of a whitewash, but still a pretty powerful result from the old mate, the Twit from Rain Clan. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for that performance, a Spotter Medal, Duelist, Fired Up, 5 for Effect and Shellproof for having all that block damage, 3 bonds, Brothers in Arms, that's for being in a platoon with at least 3 kills each. That's the beauty of those dynamic platoons. You can get some Brother in Arms medals if you're having a pretty good game. Steel Wall, no surprise for the Steel Wall. High Caliber Tank Sniper Medal, interesting. He was right in that battle all game long, but he still got the Sniper Medal, which normally you associate that with TDs, but I guess some of them, there was a few opportunities he took where the enemy tanks were a little bit further away, so he took out those guns like he should have. Fucking fantastic job. The Twit from Raid in the Conqueror, 5,112 damage done, 5 kills, 1486 base experience. He fired 18 shots, they all hit, 15 penned, 3,720 damage blocked by armor, 4,316 assisted damage, and yeah, look, nearly 3,000 of that was more than 300 meters. Didn't feel like that much, but not too bad at all. 72,000 credits after tax. That's with a premium account, and there was a 13,000 or 14,000 credit, a bonus for completing a personal mission or an action or something like that. But still, that's not bad for a standard tank. That's only a standard tank. It's not a premium tank at all in that 6-minute game. Well played, the Twit from Rain Clan in the Conqueror. Overlord 007 for 1ER in the Centurion Mark 7-1. And of course, Swizz the Nomad in the FV4 085 Conway, the one with the pretty groovy gun. That was it, folks. The Tier 9 British Triple. Thanks again for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.